Hello.
Vítajte. Tešíme sa z toho, že ste si nás zapli. A v tomto momente by ste mali vidieť Petru Dubach a Maria Horrika. A mali by ste vidieť mňa, ja sa volám Kamil Mialov. A koho nevidíte, sú ďalší moji kolegovia. Baška Jombíková, ktorá mi pomôže s prekladom. A Michala Frériksa, vďaka ktorému môžu byť naši umelci pripojení na internet doma v Eindhovene. Ja môžem byť pripojený na internet tiež doma v Poľsku a na český internet. A Michal s Baškou nám s týmto live streamom pomáhajú doma v Žiline. A chcem využiť túto príležitosť a položiť holandským umelcom pár otázok. A poprosím vás možno ešte predtým, aby ste nám neprispievali do live chatu. Nikto z nás to nebude stíhať sledovať. Ale v každom prípade budeme vďační za komenty, ktoré nám necháte a my sa k ním určite po koncerte vrátime. A hello again, Petra and Mario. Thank you for being with us. Before we start to follow your arts and your music, I would like to ask a few questions. And it's been a very special situation for a lot of artists worldwide. How this coronavirus crisis affect you both professionally and personally?
For us, the situation is quite strange, like for most of the artists, because we cannot travel abroad. Otherwise, we would have been at the new synagogue to play our concert last Saturday. And there were also more activities planned. We also were going to Prague for another concert afterwards. And it was all cancelled. So we are very glad at this point that the live streaming is a possibility that you worked on very hard. And for the rest, we have lots of time to spend in our studios to work, make new works, and to make new recordings as well. So that's also a good side of the coronavirus. But we rather would have it that things would be like that we could travel and meet people, and yes. Because that's much nicer, of course.
Yeah. Of course. You have been on artistic scene quite for some time. You have started as a duo in 1983, is that correct?
Yes.
And I suppose that the artistic scene went through a lot of changes since then. Maybe yes or maybe not. Could you tell us about your experience? Because as an artist, you perform, I can say, worldwide according to your portfolio. And it's been a lot of many different stories behind your activities. So could you tell us?
Yes, well, we have been through many periods with different people who are in charge of politics and money. So in the 80s, there was a very lively artistic scene here, yes. Especially here in Europe, in Western Europe. And so we had a lot of work then and a lot of possibilities. There was a lot of money for yes. Cultural activities. And we traveled a lot also in the 90s, and then afterwards things became more sober. There were a lot of cuts in the cultural money, and so we adapted to that because we wanted to make art, and so we try to do this under any circumstance.
And we never
we are very strict in our ideas, so we have never been in a situation that we had to adapt what we wanted to do because somebody with money told us, no, I don't like it like this, I want to have it like that. And we never do that. So you're very stubborn.
Yeah.
I am glad you mentioned your very strict artistic concepts or notions. And one of the basic ones could be the notion of perceiving or understanding the movement and the sound as the same principle. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
that's correct.
Yeah, because we started as I was a dancer and he was a musician, so we started.
Yeah, and our work became more and more integrated. Like there were at the end of the 80s, we did a performance piece called Boxing Ring, and it was a musical instrument, and Petra was inside this instrument. So it looked like a real boxing ring, and she was the only fighter in this ring, but it was completely amplified. So she was not only a dancer in this piece, but also a musician, because if she would hit the ropes of this boxing ring, then she would also make sounds. And if she was leaning against the ropes, then she would tune the sounds that I would make. So it became more vague and vague what we were doing, in the sense that we didn't know exactly anymore who was the dancer and who was the musician. And so we continued working on this basis. And now it doesn't matter anymore whose idea it is, or how it looks, or what is the movement, because it's the same thing for us. It has completely turned into one concept.
Wat kan je niet gaan die reflectie?
Yes. So recently we have sent a video to the National Center for Contemporary Art in Kaliningrad. We went there last year for a festival, and we had an installation there. And now they also wanted to invite us to come back, but also with the same crisis going on, they asked us to make a video. And then we repeated a piece that was very old. We made it at the end of the 80s, and it is a piece with 2 guitars.
Yeah, it is about movement and sound.
Yes, it's and so it's a piece with 2 guitars, and they are interconnected with long strings. So and there is a piece of elastic in between it, and so if we play the guitars, then we don't not only reproduce the sound, but also we tune each other's sound by just slowly moving. So that's
one of the pieces, old pieces that with movement and sound.
And you also do work with different spaces, because I have noticed your long-term project called Wave. So please tell us a little more about this project of yours.
Okay. Yeah, Waves is technically speaking, waves is as a perfect symbiosis of this movement and sound story we have, because we use they have a practical form. We use shakers, and shakers, they are a kind of loudspeakers, but they don't reproduce the sounds as a sound, but as a vibration. So we use these shakers to make installations and to make performances, and basically most of the time to make feedback pieces. So we have made several installations and works and concerts with it, but we can choose to make things that are acoustically, so that are vibrating, and because of the vibration, for instance, we had cymbals that were played by strings hanging down on them, so that's an acoustic installation. But also we can amplify it again, and then you can have a very loud installation, but also very soft. So the feedback is not a sound feedback, but it is a vibration feedback.
And you can...
Just comes to my mind, I can imagine that your artistic work can be a little confusing for professionals, because it might be tricky to find proper names to each of your forms.
Yes.
Like, is it a concert we are going to watch, for example, now and today, or is it an installation, or is it performance, or do you even, well, let me say that, do you even care about the names of the forms you produce, or not so much?
Not anymore. We used to do that, but now, you know, the piece that you are going to watch, you could also name it a choreography, or some kind of puppet play or something. You know, it's like our hands are a bit like maybe puppets or personages without faces, or you know. But it's for everybody free to make their own interpretation of what it is. I think.
So thank you very much for your time, and it's been very nice to talk to you, and maybe let's enjoy your music now.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay.
And next time, hopefully in person.
Yes, we hope so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Yeah. All right.